the right will go wherever they need to go to get what they want. They will throw the baby out with the bathwater for power and for and in solidarity, whereas the left is so divided and so self-righteous and so driven by this narrative of having to be best, as Melania would say, that they're always getting punked. And at some point, we're gonna fight. Maybe not physical. Maybe we don't need to mollywop somebody physically, but we have to stand up for what we believe in. And it's just sad that it's a sad state that this is where we are in politics, and it's becoming so normal that even when Ted Cruz was on Chris Cuomo's show, the exchange became somewhat antagonistic.
Yes.
And I feel like this is becoming standard for how people in politics and in the public view engage. Can we see that video, Irina?
All troubles me, Ted, and to watch guys like you stand by and stroke your beard like a wise man instead of telling the president to get on it when you have power.
How about tell your brother to get on it?
My brother will stand for his own record. Why don't you talk to the president the way you talk to my brother, Ted? You afraid of him? You think he'll smack you down at home? Is that what it is? Like he shut you up in the primary?
You guys are really
tough. I'm
tough.
talking about the president. My brother's not the president. I'm talking about the president, the one who called you a liar. The one who said your wife was ugly. That guy, the guy now who you won't say anything about.
I recognize that you actually wonder why you don't have a lot of Republicans that want to come on your show.
I have more than any other show.
And yell at me and insult.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm raising my voice to match your own because you want to play games, Ted, and people are dying.
That's okay, Chris. You're perfectly fine to scream and yell because you know what?
Oh, but you don't.
You're doing it because you don't want to discuss the substance. Like you invited me on the show to actually talk about the Supreme Court and talk about the book One Vote Away, and instead you just want to repeat insults over and over and over again.
Oh, but you're not.
Actually talk about
you just bring up my brother for half the interview because you're such a fair guy.
So that is an interview in the modern day. I feel like we are in an episode of True Blood.
Man, it is oddly satisfying to watch old white men fight. The fact that they're talking about actual serious issues is what's bothersome.
Well, Irina, my partner on this show, made a very interesting point. She said, I have never heard him address Donald Trump calling his wife ugly.
Never.
I've never heard him say, my wife is pretty.
Never. He never disagreed. He may as well be like, yeah, she a cow, but she got some family money, so...
I thought it was hilarious. What's funny is that Chris Cuomo, people were upset with him and saying that he was not being diplomatic. But I think about all of the lies, all of the antagonizing that you hear from Kellyanne Conway, and you hear from, Sarah Huckabee Sanders was not a bully, but she was complicit in the lies, and she could be dismissive and ridiculous. So now when you see people pushing back, now they want to, hold everybody to the same standard, but you can't just keep poking at people and think that they're not going to bite.
Yeah. You poke the bear, you get what the bear got. It's like, and I think people have gone unchecked for so long. And we talk about this all the time. A lot of people talk the way they do because they've never been punched in the face.
Yes.
And the second they get punched in the face, they're like, oh, maybe I should. Shh.
Yeah, and that's what happened to Ted Cruz. He was very, you can tell that he was taken aback because Cuomo finally just said, you know what? Because they do bring up his brother, right? He is, he is like, I don't want to talk about him right now.